Hey guys, this is Grant from Brutally Delicious, and as a huge Deicide fan, I'm sure you guys can imagine, getting an advance copy of Banished By Sin has left me very, very excited, so I'm delighted to be bringing you this review. Because I'm a huge Deicide fan, and combined with the fact that they've got a back catalogue that spans nearly 3 decades, I'm going to kind of review this up against the rest of Deicide's albums. Anybody that listens to this band knows that I think we know by now what to expect from Glenn and the guys. We're not getting ballads, we're not getting Deicide Unplugged anytime soon, but that's not to say that Deicide haven't surprised us a few times over the years, so I'm curious to see whether they've got anything left to surprise us with. So the first track, From Unknown Heights You Shall Fall, it launches with a little bit of an unfamiliar way. There's like a grandiose feel to the opening bars that are a step away from Deicide's norms when it comes to album openers. It feels very much like it's going to be a set opener, the way it builds, and once the song kicks in properly, you know, you've got growls, you've got really ferocious drums. It cements itself as what you would want from an album opener. You know, there's a lot of impassioned aggression in there. The next few tracks definitely fit the Deicide blueprint very, very well. They're renowned for experimenting with sound, and there's some noticeable tweaks in the mixes compared to previous releases. The bass is sitting a little bit higher, and it's a little bit more what I can describe as like clunky, not in a bad way, just there's a clonk to it that, you know, a little bit more treble in there. Glenn's vocals as well. He's known for triple tracking it, and a lot of what we hear tends to be either the growls or what Glenn refers to as like his cobra voice, the really, really high one. There's a lot more emphasis on the middle track that he records, which again I haven't really heard before, and I'm enjoying it. I really am enjoying it. So the tracks are pretty standard, not in a bad way, but they're what you expect out of Deicide. Up until track 5, not until track 5, including track 5, Bury the Cross with Your Christ, which is probably my favourite on there. But I'm going to dwell a little bit on the next song, track 6, Walk From God. The reason that I'm dwelling on it is because at the beginning of the review, I said that they might be in for a few surprises, and this song is definitely a surprise, because I'm going to say 2 words in relation to a Deicide song here that I never thought I was ever going to say, and that's mellow death. Now, before anybody loses their minds and starts hitting the caps locks, I'm not talking about Glenn Benton trying to sing Come Clarity here. But the vocal structure and the picking structure of this song are not just traditional American death metal. You know, there's certain elements of music that become synonymous with genres, and the way that this song is put together has a Scandinavian feel, and the closest I can think of putting my finger on where the song's sound differs is something like mellow death, or maybe even black metal. It very much feels like Glenn has just dove into a Swedish forest and started to have a shouting match with a troll. Now, they're not trying to over-Scandi it with this song, if it's even deliberate, but like I say, every once in a while they surprise us, you know what I mean? If you look back at Godkill, it's an awesome death metal song, but it's also an awesome thrash song, and this is kind of what's going on with Walk From God as well. It's got that Scandi element, but it's got Deicide written all over it. You know, the one thing about Scandi death metal is, you know, their lead players, you know, they're like artists gently stroking oil onto canvas. American death metal players, they're not like that. They're like Michelangelo carving David. They're playing the guitars with a chisel. So it's mellow death done by Florida death metal, and it works for me, especially Glenn's vocal structure on this. It's very much a break away from how he normally constructs his songs, and I love it. After Walk From God, we're back to business as usual. There's a little bit of experimenting going on again in Failures From Your Dying Lord. The title track, Banished By Sin, is absolutely ferocious, and I really like the way that the album ends with The Light Defeated as well. So to summarise, after controversial statements like Deicide and Melodeath, I said I was going to line it up against all of Deicide's other albums. Is this Once Upon the Cross or Legion? No, of course it's not. You know what I mean? Deicide have hit heady heights with those two albums, and to think that they're going to keep banging them out of that quality, I don't think anybody's that naive. But this is a solid Deicide album, up there with stuff like In the Minds of Evil and Scars of the Crucifix. You know, it's getting the job done, and it's exactly what Deicide fans want. It's exactly what death metal fans want. It is exactly what I wanted. And anybody new to the genre listening to this album is still going to listen to it and go, I want to check out more of this band. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be giving this review a rating or not, but if you like Deicide, go and buy it. If you like death metal, go and buy it. And if you're interested about listening to death metal, give this one a go. This has been Grand for Brutally Delicious, signing off.
Hey you, do you have any plans this year? How's that going? Did you get 2020? Well, welcome to a brand new podcast called 2020, where myself, Benny Goodman, and my good friends Corey Paisley and Siobhan Cronin from the band Lost Symphony also got 2020.
And since the world ended this year, we decided why not just check in with some of our friends in the music industry and see how everyone's doing.
We're going to get a candid look at life on and off the stage, as well as the mindset of some of the most successful people in the entertainment industry.
New episodes drop every Sunday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
And you can listen at 2020-d.com, soundtalentmedia.com, or on your favorite podcast app.